A great holiday season. I'm here with a special guest today, which we're going to get to in just a minute and introduce Kathi. But I wanted to say hello. Hope you're having a great time. Thanks for joining us. And if you don't know me yet, I'm Marla Press, and I am a speaking coach. Speaking is so important. It is the best way to grow your business. So this is why I love doing what I do. And I help speakers with their speech, but I help more with you and having you have really amazing wow factor and deep connection to your audience. So you get more clients and wealth every time you speak. So enough about me. I want to introduce Kathi because I am so excited. She's like a celebrity. So this is just really cool to have her on this live call today. I'm telling you, Kathi Burns is here to help us become more organized and energized. And I got the energy, but I don't got the organization all the time. So I can't wait to hear what she has to say. But a little bit more about her. She is a best-selling author, board certified professional organizer and image consultant. So she's got several hats she's wearing. And she's nationally recognized for her simple organizing and style solutions. And simple is really important. Love that. And she's been featured on Good Morning America. That's why I say she's a celebrity. Come on. And her mission for almost 2 decades now is to help people that are overwhelmed and to energize them and transform their lives by creating systems that people can stick to, because that's really key, right? You can have all the information, but if you can't stick to it, it's not going to help you. Her straightforward advice is frequently published in Martha Stewart Living, Better Homes and Gardens, Entrepreneur, and Oprah magazine. So today, Kathi will show you a few simple steps to become better organized, take control of your workspace, and energize you and your business. So welcome, Kathi. So excited to have you here.
Thanks, Marla. This is going to be a fun chat. For starters, happy holidays to everyone. However you're enjoying the holidays, I hope you're having some fun and some R&R. And I just love doing chats like this, especially with Marla, because she's such a great speaker. And, we're going to speak together and we're going to uncover some tidbits and some takeaways that you can implement right now so that 2024 is your best year ever.
Yeah. Wow, that sounds great. I mean, this is the perfect time too, because this is a time when a lot of us look at our business plan or even just, the organization of our life in general. If you have kids or, all of us have something else that's going on, right? And to be able to organize it is such a stress relief. And that's what we need. And the holidays can be stressful. So a lot of people are really up here right now. So what are some of the tips that you have for people?
Well, I think the number one thing that you can do is to add space to your life. So you can't be energized if you're cram-packed full of stuff. Like if you're surrounded by maybe an overworked schedule, an overworked closet, drawers that don't shut. I mean, whatever. You can't get the car in the garage. You can't find your business contacts. If everything's just a jumble and it's too much, you can't have clarity to move forward into the new year. So step one is add space to your life. And whatever that means to you, it could be any of those things that I just mentioned. It could be something that's completely different for you. But if you're thinking about it and you're feeling overwhelmed in whatever category, I just mentioned any category, that means that you have too much. And so we always start from there. As professional organizers, we're always like, okay, don't have too much because it will overwhelm you and make you unable to move forward. So clearing and adding space in whatever capacity that means to you is always the first step to getting clarity and moving forward.
I love that you're talking about that because there's such a direct connection between a cluttered office or a cluttered home and a cluttered mind. And when you have a cluttered mind, you're going to be in overwhelm. So could you talk a little bit more about that connection?
Yeah, there is such a deep connection. And especially as women, if you women are listening to us, we hold everything in our head, everything in our environment we are aware of. Generally, we don't have that laser focus like the quality men have. We see everything. And so clutter to us can so impact our thought process. I mean, take for instance, we could be on the phone having a great conversation with a potential business person, a client, right? And we're talking to them, and then we look over and we see this pile of something on our desk, and that represents a pile of things left undone. Then we start thinking about the pile, and we're no longer present with the person on the
Mm.
phone. So your cluttered mind, clutter just begets clutter. And you can't here's the thing, Marla, too. If you're moving into the new year and you're not able to think clearly, you're not going to do whatever it is you think you're going to do next year, whatever goals you've set or whatever your aspirations are, right? So your psyche and your environment, especially as women, is a huge impact on our headspace. I always say if you have space, you have clarity. If you have clarity, you're able to move forward and hit your goals,
Yeah,
right? So
there's
without
so
that
much
space,
there to unpack. I mean, you just brought up so many things. I have so many questions. So,
I
oh
love
my
it.
gosh. So, I mean, a couple of things. First of all, just the easiest question to answer. Do you work with men and women both, or you just work with women?
I work with men and women both.
Okay.
Women entrepreneurs, smart, savvy women entrepreneurs are my favorite clients to work with, because they get it, they understand it, they do it, they implement, they take action.
Mm.
Same thing with men, but for women, I think it's much more important. Our environment is uber important to us compared to men. I mean, men, I've had professional piler men's that they can deal with it, they can ignore all that stuff,
Yeah.
but we cannot.
Yeah, that's so true about women. We're more big picture oriented, and that means that we take in more of our environment. And so that's so important. And then what you mentioned too, I'm just wondering, clutter is relative like anything, right? So some people only have a little clutter and some people have a ton of clutter. And maybe if you're listening out there, and I hope you are, by the way, if you're listening in real time or even after, please comment. We can definitely respond to you. Ask any questions. We'd love to hear what's on your mind. So please let us know. But yeah, clutter can be relative. So even a little bit of clutter makes a difference. So you could fit anywhere in this continuum, and then Kathi can still help you.
Absolutely. And everybody has their own degree of comfort with their amount of clutter. Some people can't have anything. My husband, if he has more than 5 emails in his inbox, he's freaks out, right? And, I can have 100 and I'm cool with that. But, some of my clients have like 30. Well, one of my clients, I just cleared 36,000 emails from her inbox. So everybody has a different idea of what's too much. And here's the thing about organizing and why I love it so much is it's a creative process and my systems are based on the person. So if someone says, "Hey, I'm comfortable with 300 emails in my inbox," I'm like, "Cool, let's just keep it always at 300 and no more." And that's a great thing. If they're like, "No, I have to have more, no more than 10," I'm like, "That's fine too." So creating getting organized is a very creative process. And it's all based on the client and their degree of how much is enough. And here's the thing, you decide how much is enough for you. And then we implement from there. Right.
Oh,
So, some people can say, "I don't mind having 25 pairs of jeans." Some people are like, "I can't deal with more than 10 pairs of jeans. Are you kidding me?" So, again, back to what is your comfort zone and what means clutter to you?
yeah, I love that you customize it so much because that is so true. We all have different tolerance levels and we all have different amounts of clutter and it affects us differently. I just wanted to take a moment to say hi to Margaret. Thanks so much for joining us, Margaret. Happy to see you from South Carolina, it looks like. So welcome, welcome. If you have any questions or anyone else who wants to pipe in and join the conversation, please do.
Absolutely. Any questions you have, that's what we're here for
Yes.
sure.
Yes. So what's the process that you take people through when they start working with you?
Well, what happens is first I get the lay of the land and I say, give me the tour, and it could be a tour of their space. It could be a tour of their hard drive. It could be a tour of their inbox.
Mm.
Just, what are you up against and what's keeping you up at night? The majority of my clients are in overwhelm. They don't sleep properly. They don't know what's first, second, or third step.
Mm.
And so we take kind of the lay of the land. What's really bothering you? What's the one thing that we can fix right now to help you move forward with more clarity? So we always start there. And, it could be back to the inbox. I mean, what's going on right now is a lot of people are having digital challenges. Like we have documents on our hard drive. We have them in the cloud. We have them on a stick. Where are our documents? I don't know.
Yes.
So we always start with what's the thing? What's the thing that we want to fix? And we figure out how much is enough and how much is too much. And then I create a container of space around their agreement with themselves about how much is enough. Take, for instance, like I said, on the inbox, if they don't feel more comfortable than more than 100, then we create rules and programs so that the things can be no more than 100 and they're constantly working on that goal. So then the next step is showing them easy steps to implement. Back to what you said earlier, Marla, simple, easy, sustainable. As a board certified professional organizer, if I don't transfer skills, I have not done my job. My code of ethics says that I must transfer skills and they must be stickable, so to speak, so that they can use them over and over and over. So it's always about, again, we create the system and then I let them play with the system, move with the system for a little while. Then we come back around and say, what worked, what didn't work? What can we refine to make this easier for you to digest, make it easier for you to implement? And let's customize it even a little bit further. So by the
long-term, the long-term result is really the important thing. And that's what happens. A lot of people, they sign up for something, they take a program, and in the short run, it makes a difference, but then they go back to their old ways. So having new skills and new systems is so important. I love that you do that. And the other thing I absolutely love is, a lot of us, well, I should speak for myself. Some people, myself included, think that there's organizers that help you with clutter in your home. And that's the most common thing we think of when we think of, decluttering and organizing. We don't think of it for your business and, digital decluttering, let alone, piles of papers in your house or, clutter, too many knickknacks or all that kind of thing that people tend to just build up and build up and build up. So that clutter matters. But the fact that you help them declutter their business is so, so helpful.
Well, I've been a serial entrepreneur for over 30 years and I get what happens. I call entrepreneurs, we're kind of like squirrels. Okay. We jump from branch to branch and we're always chasing nuts and we're always jumping around. And half the time we're causing chaos in the background. So we're jumping around. We're not paying attention. We're adding a system here. We're adding a system there. We forget what systems are working, what systems are broken, what systems are fighting against each other. And then we're off to the next branch. So we have a lot of ADD going on and, just like squirrels do. And here's the thing. Did you know that 40% of the nuts squirrels bury, they lose?
40%.
That's what we do as entrepreneurs. Yeah. And so I consider myself a squirrel wrangler for my clients.
That is so perfect. I love that.
I'm helping them stop going nuts, find their nuts, organize their nuts, and then stay sane so that they can actually focus on what they're doing in their business. And that's why I love working with women entrepreneurs, because we have all these systems and artistic creatives. I'm an artistic creative. I totally get it because we're like, oh, look at that. Look at that, and then we implement and then we forget what we did, and then it's half baked in the background. And that's what causes a chaos in our business is we're not taking the time to fully implement or pay attention to what is working, what is not working. And we have things fighting against us in the background all the time, just like the digital documents. Oh my gosh, my sister was just here for the holidays and she's an amazing photographer. She had a bag of flash drives with all of her best work on it. And she didn't know what was on what drive or whatever.
Oh gosh.
She had stuff in OneDrive and in Google Drive and on her hard drive. And it was just chaos. So we spent a lot of time trying to put things down into one place. Like that's the organizing principle 101, like with light. She's going to have her photos in one place, right? With the backup.
So many people can relate to that because with, since digital photography, we all have thousands, certainly hundreds and hundreds, but thousands of pictures. They're so unorganized. We can never find them again. And, even for your business now, we want to create a lot of images for the business.
Yeah.
So even your business photography, it has to be organized.
Absolutely. The average entrepreneur wastes 4 hours a week trying to find missing information that they know they own that they cannot find. 4 hours a week, Marla. This is the average, right? And I have some clients who are exceptional who waste a lot more time than that.
They're so exceptional. They're great squirrels, really great squirrels.
They're good squirrel chasers. Yeah, for sure.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
So, this is the thing. No one really wants to get organized. They want to be organized, right? So, how to be organized is to stop and pay attention and spend, even 15 minutes a day will get you there. It'll take you from clutter, from chaos to calm, spending just a little bit of time. And there's been studies statistically that for every hour you spend planning, you save 4 hours on the back end. Michael Gerber, one of my clients, he's like 1 to 10, an hour planning, 10 hours, 1 hour in execution, 10 hours. Now, how's it go? 1 hour in preparation, 10 hours in actual action. So anywhere from 1 to 4 hours is what it's going to do for you. So no one wants to get organized. You want to be organized. To be organized, it takes time. And that's just the sad part of it all. but true.
And saving time. I mean, that's one of our most important assets that we have is our time. And that's what so many entrepreneurs and just people in general struggling with so much. I mean, if I had $1 for every time I heard, oh, I wish I had more time in the day, I would be really wealthy. So it's really important to gain back that time. And the fact that you can give that to people is amazing. I love that.
Oh, well, thank you. The thing is it just takes time to make time. I mean, that's all it comes down to. The people that you see that are, you look at your colleagues or you look at your competitors and you're like, how are they doing all this stuff? How are they getting all that done? I'm like, in overwhelm. I don't know what to do next. It's because they took the time to create the systems below them that support them. And that's why I love working with entrepreneurs, is having those systems running in the background, purring right along in the background, so that you can actually focus on what you love about your business, as opposed to focus on all the nuts and bolts that drive you crazy and you don't know how to deal with them, right? So having all those systems built underneath you is what really makes you flourish as an entrepreneur. Because we become entrepreneurs because we are passionate about what we do. And then oftentimes I find that, some of my clients, when they first come to me, they just feel squashed and they just feel deflated because they're no longer doing what they love to do. They're stuck in the muck of their stuff, is what I call it.
And a lot of people quit because of that. It's a well-known statistic that a lot of businesses don't make it. Part of it is they run out of money, but part of it is they just get so overwhelmed and frustrated. And that's too bad, because they have such great things to offer. It has nothing to do with what you have to offer and what you can give, but you got to execute all of these aspects of running a business in order to make it happen and to help more people.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about, is, let's all flourish. Let's all do what we love to do, but take the time to create it so we can do it. It's like that infrastructure. You got to have the infrastructure. Otherwise you'll go bonkers and you'll lose sleep. You'll go into overwhelm. You won't know what's first, second, and third. You'll have nuts scattered all over the place and you'll go nuts.
Yeah. I love that analogy. So I'm curious, because you also said that you were an image consultant. Can you talk just a little bit about how that fits in?
Oh, absolutely. When I first started my company, I came home, I had a year off to reinvent myself. And, I came home and I said, I'm going to become a professional organizer and an image consultant. And to me, it made perfect sense, because I've been helping all my girlfriends dress and shop forever anyhow. And I end up in clients' closets frequently. And so now a lot of organizers don't have the design gene, right? Like they'll just get in, have you not worn it for a year, throw it out. I'm like,
Right.
why are you not wearing this? Or you should never be wearing that, girlfriend. We'll get rid of it. So we go through the closet assessment part of this, a part of it. We set our goals and size on where do you want to be in a year or 2 years? And my goal as a stylist is always to step them up a notch above their competitors. Not like crazy, but let's give them a little bit of an edge in what they're wearing based on their competitors.
Yeah.
So once we figure that out, then I go actually and pre-shop for them, and I have everything racked and waiting in a private dressing room. And no matter what city they're in, I do this all over. Then all they have to do is come on and try on clothes, try on and swivel, try on and swivel. And if it's not perfect or cannot be altered to be perfect, we don't go there. So by the time they're done with their new wardrobe, it's a cohesive wardrobe that all the pieces work together. And I always say all the clothes have to be comfortable enough that you can sleep in, so that they fit you perfectly and they're not pinching or creeping, and they're just fitting you perfectly, right? And then I choose one color palette to base the whole wardrobe around. So that helps as well, make everything cohesive and fit. But for me, it makes sense. Doing style for me is the external environment of my client. And I'm very concerned about the external environment of my client, whether it's their computer, their office, their wardrobe. Clothes are the most common external environment we have all the time. So for me, it makes perfect sense to create a system around their clothing as well, so that they don't have to worry about what they're going to wear in the morning. They can run out, they can go from work to black tie effortlessly if they have to do that kind of thing, or whatever. They can go from working at home. A lot of my clients work from home, and then they have to go out for a quick event, and they're like, oh, I don't have anything to wear. I've been working from home forever, right? Let's not go out in Lululemons, right? Let's go out in something a little bit better. So having something that
You could go to the gym that way, or maybe the grocery store. But yeah, so I love this because especially for women, and you work a lot with women, it's such an emotional attachment to their clothes and how they look. And to also help with that just frees up so much space in their heart and their mind, because it is a huge issue for women. No matter how good you look, all women have a little bit of, oh, what should I wear? And do I look good enough? And that's, such a big issue. Or you hang on clothes because you think you're going to wear them again because the style will come back, or because you're going to lose the weight again, or, whatever, or some sense, oh, I wore this at this occasion and I don't want to let go of it. So there's so much to this that I love that you also work with women on that, because, and men too. Hey, men need a lot of help with that too, I have to say. But, but it is a lot of clutter, because so many, I mean, for all of you listening out there, all right, raise your hand if you wear every single thing in your closet. We'll give you the benefit of the doubt. We'll say every month. I won't even say every week, because every month you wear every item in your closet at least once. Raise your hand. Okay, I don't see any hands. I mean, it's such a big deal for people. So I love that you do this.
18%, Marla. That's all we wear. We only wear 18% of our clothes.
Is that what it is? 18?
18. And what's funny about this is that, oftentimes we're fighting with our closet on a day. A lot of my clients fight with their closet on a daily basis. They're fighting to find something or grab something or put something in or take something out, because it's so overflowing and so stuffed. And here's the thing too, every year, every decade, we change. Our bodies change, our personalities change, what we're doing change. And it's time for a wardrobe refresh. A bare minimum every year is do a wardrobe refresh and kind of figure out, what am I into now? What do I like now? Where, what are my tastes and styles? Because we change. And regarding the plus minus clothes, for sure, if they do not fit you, do not keep them in your closet, because it's demoralizing. There's nothing worse than going into your closet and pulling out and realizing it won't button. That's just terrible. That's not a way to lose weight, by the way. You can't lose weight if your closet's full of clothes that are too small. It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
So if you want to lose weight for the new year, clear out the crap in your closet that doesn't fit. Maybe keep one bin. I have my clients, they can keep one bin of what I call the plus or minus clothes. And it's not a very big bin. Okay. It's the really good stuff that's high quality, that's classic. It's never going to go out of style. You loved it to begin with. It was impeccable on you to be. That's the stuff you keep. The old purple sweater and all the old stuff that is so what, never matched anything, that you're going to chuck anyhow. Then every single thing in your closet fits you, and your little bit too small clothes are tucked away really nice and neat, waiting for you for whenever you do drop down the size or 2 sizes. And let's get real. Generally, we don't go down more than 2 sizes. One size is generally our litmus, normally.
For most people, yeah, absolutely. Yes. Yeah. So this is just so important. And, as a speaking coach, I don't go into depth with people about their image and what they wear and things like that. But I do talk about it some because it's so important as a speaker, and what you do when you're on Zoom versus on a stage can be very different. And I love that you said about, looking at the competitors and being a step up, because I almost think that even with your audience, you always want to be, you don't want to be so different that they can't relate to you, but being a step up just really brings them up to a different level. And it just makes you seem like you are the expert. And that's what you want to create. And even when we're creating images that we're putting on social media, then, I've seen people, they have these great messages and they're in jeans and a t-shirt or something, and it just doesn't go. No. So this is really, really important.
Yeah. And when you're on stage, you want to feel great. You don't want to have anything pinching or bulging or too big or too small. You just want to feel like you're impeccably dressed and head to toe, and you're golden, right? Then you can really focus on your message. You're not focusing on, oh, are my shoes, too tall or too short, are my pants, whatever. You just got to focus on the message. And you do that by wearing the perfect outfit. And also, you make more money. One of my clients, I have a lot of scientist clients, and women in science, it's a really difficult thing on what they're going to wear, because men in science are generally like khakis and polos and scuffy shoes, and it doesn't matter because they're scientists, right? Women are held to a completely different standard in the scientific community. And one of my clients, I helped her restyle herself and just step it up a notch. And she always has like a little jacket in her office in case she has pulled into a meeting. She can just put on that jacket, and jacket's a good secret weapon, by the way.
It is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. She
And
had
that way you can change your clothes too. You can wear the same dress, but with or without the jacket, it seems like a whole new outfit. So
yeah, as soon as you said the
travel,
t-shirt,
so helpful.
As soon as you said the t-shirt and jeans, I'm like, oh, good jacket, good shoes. You can do t-shirt and jeans all the time. It doesn't even matter, right?
Yeah.
So when she hired me, she had a staff of 7, and I lost track of her. And she caught me up a year later because she was ready. Her glasses were ready to renew, and we were going to get new glasses to reach her new style. And so we get the new glasses, and we get a few new pairs of shoes. And she just casually mentioned that now she has a staff of 70. I'm like, what? She goes, oh yeah, I'm managing 70 now. Like, that's crazy, girl. And that was in 1 year from just stepping it up just a little, not a lot.
Yeah, so true. I mean, little changes can make a big, big difference in your business. I absolutely believe that. So true. Yes. So let us know what you're passionate about now and what you have going on for 2024.
Oh, I'm so excited. I'm putting together a chaos control planner that'll come out later this year, which will be just like, how to keep yourself organized month to month, day to day, week to week. And I have that. But I'm also putting together a clutter, what's it called? Like a clutter to cash system. And it'll be a series of 5 videos that are only 15 minutes each, that will help you just implement the things that you need to do in your business so that you can really focus on your business, not busyness, so to speak. That will be unveiling pretty soon. And I'm doing get it done sessions. So for people who want to actually get things done, I'll have open office hours once or twice a month, depending on how many people are in it, so I can give personal attention. So it'll be a 1 hour jam out, get stuff done session. That'll be either monthly or bi-monthly, and that'll be rolling out mid-January. And that I'm most excited about. I already have one of those sessions going for my Insiders Club, and this will be open to the general public to just help them get stuff done. So top of the hour, they'll tell me what they're working on. I'll give them step 1, 2, 3, and they'll implement for an hour with me there to answer questions as they go.
This is so helpful. I love done with you, because we all need a little helping hand. So I love that you're doing that. That is so valuable. Yes. And I put at the bottom of the screen here to contact Kathi. It's chatwithkathi.com. You can't click on that, but it's real easy to jot down right now, so you can open it up and click on it as soon as we're done.
Yeah, and it's Kathi. And why I'm doing this for your people, Marley, because I'm a speaker. I love speakers. Your tribe are speakers. I want to offer a free Chaos to Cash session, which will be the Chat with Kathi. And what will happen during that session is it's a 30-minute free. It's generally $297, but for your people, it's going to be free. And we'll go through the top of the 5 minutes. You'll talk to me about your business, where you're at with it. And then I'll dissect and go right into giving you implementable things you can do right then and there to turn your chaos into cash. Like whatever you need to eliminate, whatever steps you need to take to make more money in 2024. That's what this session is going to be all about.
Oh my gosh, it's all complimentary. So generous of you. I love that. Yes.
Free for your people. Yeah.
All right. And yes, and there's people listening that that are with your tribe too. So yes, and some of them may not have taken advantage of this yet. So everyone out there listening, then definitely want to sign up for that, because that is very valuable. I mean, we all could use at least a little bit more organization, if not a ton more. And it does energize us to get this done. So I'm excited.
Yay. That's the idea. If you're organized, you are energized. If you're disorganized, you generally don't have energy. You're generally just stressed out.
It zaps your energy. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, this has been such a joy to speak with you and find out more about what you do. I already knew some of what you did, but now I know a lot more, and that I'm not going to forget that 18% statistic. That's going to stick with me all day, because I knew it was bad. I didn't know it was that bad. That's pretty bad.
It's sad. It's true, but it's sad. That's why, I've created a 13 essential wardrobe elements. If you have these 13 pieces in your wardrobe, you're good to go. From black tie to the beach. So, you don't need as many clothes as you think you need.
Yeah, so true. So true. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us. And for everyone listening, please leave your feedback or questions in the chat. We'd love to hear from you.
Absolutely.
Till next time.